let's get going, shall we? I think that might be a pretty good idea. Pretty good idea. Let's press that button. And so we appear. Nice. Hey everyone. Welcome, welcome. We are back with Scales of Destiny. We are back with the Navigators. And I hope you're all as excited as I am, because we're going back to Olkburg. It's been so long. So long since we've been there. So I hope you all settle in and enjoy. And yeah, it's becoming customary at this point, but I'm not feeling great. It's been a pretty rough weekend at work. So, you know, doing my best. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the bits, Josh. So, you know, I'm just gonna power through. It'll be fine. Once I get going, it'll be all right. But I missed you guys. Sorry for last week. It was a case of last week I felt worse than today, and I just couldn't do it. But anyway, enough with my depressing ramblings. Let's bring in the team and let's play D&D.
I like to run something to the ground. My phone is a bit dodgy for charging, but it's been that way for 6 months, and I'm like, well, it's still working. So
yeah, exactly. Get the most out.
Yeah, I buy designer clothes. They're from like outlet where they're reduced by like 70%. Yeah, go on TPay Max. See what's about last season's shit. Fuck it. That's what I always do. That's where I get my stuff from.
No, that's what I do as well. Whenever I need some new clothes for work, I'm like, I'll go to TK Maxx, see what they've got. Managed to buy a pair of trousers for, I think it was £40. They would have been £250 on retail. Yeah. 250 quid. Who's spending 250 quid on trousers?
Yeah, same. I've had some good ones from 200 and something down to like, well, I think one was 200 something down to 70, but that was like a higher thing I thought I'd go for, but yeah, usually quite cheap.
So that's it. You know, I think you have to be very honest with yourself and be like, okay, this is how much money I have. This is how much money I can afford to spend on a monthly basis while still being comfortable. And, you know, sometimes you're going to be in a situation where you can't get everything that you want, but that makes you want it more, and when you can afford it, it makes it even sweeter.
Beautiful. I'm getting mugged off again because I think I refreshed the show we gone live. But
oh yeah, I've been sat here for so long listening to you.
You've my potty mouth as well.
Yep. I'm gonna have to get the beat machine out.
I'm always so well behaved.
Brilliant. I'm happy. Hi guys.
Hello.
I think we should play D&D. Let's play D&D.
Yes.
I don't remember whose turn it is to recap. Yeah, let's recap.
I did the one. Wait, it was Josh then me. So whoever's after me normally, which is Yathina, apparently.
Oh, Yathina.
Oh, good. I have zero idea what happened last session. Well, no, last session we were looking. Well, we were back in Compass, and we were picking up sort of from the interim session where the decoy group was looking or was bothered by a hag. So what we did was we talked to Jambari, and the first thing that we did was, or what that Vic actually did, was that we came up with a compass cup, a sort of morality building village Olympics that will happen sometime in the future. And then I believe we were walking around the woods outside of Compass looking for the hag, or figuring out whether we could see any glimpse of the hag. I do think we did have a run-in with her, but I don't remember exactly what happened. So if anyone wants to fill in blank there.
I can fill in the blank. Essentially, Aqua got turned into a pancake, and we're now having to carry him around and try and
Oh,
piece
that's
him
right. I forgot about that.
back.
Yeah. So yeah, we had a sort of not fight with her, but something happened and Aqua fell from the sky. And
You found a tree,
mhm.
and there was a doorway into the tree, but when you walked through, there was nothing in there. You saw her sort of stood at the door, and she was like all ethereal looking. And as she walked in, you walked in. There was nothing there, and then all four of you felt. Well, I say four of you. Sköld has no hair, but you all felt like there were hairs being plucked from your head, and then Aqua, rather stupidly, made a deal with the hag. Said,
Oh, yeah.
"I'll give you anything you want for whatever it was you said." I can't even remember what you asked for, but you said, "I'll give you whatever you want," and then you suddenly got bamfed away, and then returned a few minutes later from the air and landed on the stairs.
Yeah, and Aqua is very injured and barely able to move or not to move at all. So we're carrying him back to Compass. And also sometime during the session, we decided that we would go to Olkburg for reasons that will be figured out.
I'm pretty sure the reasons were already figured out. It's just been a few weeks.
Meeting the ship, weren't we?
What? Say that again.
No, we weren't going to meet the ship. If we're going to meet the
Oh,
ship.
no,
We're not going to meet the ship
We're gonna meet
No,
what's
we-
next.
because we're going to go back. Because wait,
We wanted
No.
to talk to Zelma.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right. We
that's
were
it.
talking to Zelma.
That's why
That's right. Because we were then discussing whether we actually want to bring Aqua because it would slow us down. But yes, we need to bring him because she wants to meet with him. That's the only reason why we're actually talking to Zelma.
Yep.
Yes, I do remember.
Yep. You're all very well informed. More so than me, because all I wrote down was how much money you had to pay for the trip. So I'm glad you guys
58
take
gold.
notes. 58 gold. Underlined. Written in purple, so it's important.
That's about 0.3%.
Oh, really? Of how much you've got?
I'm gonna guess it's probably less than that. Between us, at least.
Yeah. Well, we rejoin the game. We rejoin the navigators during the trip. And you're about 3 days in at this point, and the couple of people you've hired to keep the cart going have done a pretty good job. The travel along the road has been pretty smooth. You've met more refugees kind of heading in that direction, but also a few people who are sort of hearing stories that have been conveyed to you that it's possibly safe to head back to Olkburg now. The black dragon that had taken up residence has definitely gone, but the city is now in complete ruin. But a few former residents of the city have decided that they're going to risk it for a biscuit and try and get their homes back or recover some sort of heirlooms of their houses and such. So for at various points of the sort of 3 days you've been traveling, you have had company of strangers. If there's anything you'd like to sort of speak to them about or ask them about, feel free. It's a good opportunity to do so, or we can just kind of skip ahead to the next little bit. It's up to you.
I don't have anything particular to talk to them, but in what state is Aqua? How is he feeling? Has he recovered remotely since we've left Compass? Is there anything we've done, like cure wounds, or something that helped his recovery? Well, I would have done if that helped his recovery.
So
Yeah.
Aqua is in a fairly cognizant state. He's awake and alert, but the process of healing broken bones, especially through magic, is a recurring thing. You have to be pumping the magic in quite relentlessly and often. So you and Sköld, especially with your healing magic, will have had to have been every few hours just kind of popping another, not like, it doesn't have to be high level, but it has to be at least first level magic into him to sort of to speed up the healing process.
Okay.
He's still nowhere near walking. Sköld, roll a medicine check for me, please, with advantage because you've had a few days to do it.
Oh, would you look at this fancy pants user interface we got going on here?
Oh yeah, by the way, the UI changed last time.
We have the official one now, right?
Yeah, it's official now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I rolled with advantage.
Yes.
Yep.
With a 19, you think by the time you get to Olkburg, he might just be getting back on his feet, but it might still be another week or so before he's fully back to strength.
Okay, it's going to take time.
It's going to take time.
Oh, can I ask anybody that we've been traveling with whether they have any other specialities in healing or could help our friend?
Most, if not all of them, are fairly mundane people, varying backgrounds and lifestyles, but none of them are as magically gifted as you and Bryn. Some of them have cantrips which they're very proud of, and they do show them off quite often when asked sort of about their abilities, but
Useless.
in this situation, yes, they are utterly useless, and to your kind of very advanced magical eyes, you know, it's like a child showing you that they drew a stick figure when you're like a sort of master painter, Picasso precisely. Like, you know, sure, it's amazing that you can do it, but also I'm so much better than you, you know.
It's got that Principal Skinner meme, the pathetic.
Yeah, basically. So no one has been able to kind of come in with clutch magic to sort of help speed up the process. But if you and Bryn can keep using up your spells sensibly, but so like splitting it between you two, you're ending up with a few spells left at the end of the day. But, and I'm not talking like high level spells, I'm talking sort of first and second levels.
Yeah,
it's a bit kind of hit and miss with how you use them, but basically by the end of the day you've used your first levels, you've maybe got like 1 second level left each. That's like how often you're having to do it, and just like through the sheer extent of injury as well, like he was pretty messed up.
I mean, that's one way of putting it.
Yeah.
He was more liquid than solid.
He was more liquid than solid, yeah. So going off Sköld, you're having to do it like 6 times a day. And Bryn, you're like, yeah, basically, you're both having to do like 6 spells a day. To kind of keep up with the consistency that he needs. It also helps with pain relief and sort of helping him feel comfortable. So it's worth it.
Okay. And how much longer do we have to travel to Olkburg?
4 days.
4 days. So he will not be completely up and running once we've arrived there.
No, he'll be back and walking by himself. Like he won't need to be carried or anything by the time you get there. But he'll still have a fair bit of healing to do. You know, it's kind of like learning to walk again.
Okay.
But you know, you're resourceful people. You can find a way.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Today's travel has been probably the most successful of all, to be honest. You've had a pretty clear run. There's not been much traffic on the roads. The only sort of interruption you had was one of the horses needed reshoeing at one point. But the navigating, the drivers that you've got are trained. Like they know what they're doing. They're cobblers. Cobblers,
Yeah.
one of the two.
Right. Cobblers. I think they're
Cobblers.
no. Yeah, cobblers. That's for shoes, but that's human shoes.
No, that's a Northampton Town versus Peterborough game. That is not what I wanted. How about Hobbler? Someone who's a
That's-
limp.
That's what Aqua's doing.
Yeah.
Not
Not quite.
even
Not yet.
Olkburg.
No. Aqua's just stuck lying down in a sort of somewhat soft bed at the moment. But at the moment, you are like they know what they're doing. They get the job done pretty quickly, and it's no rush. It's no bother. And due to sort of how clear the roads are and how smooth they are, they're have been quite well maintained. It's just smooth sailing. Into the night, you have a few hours rest so that the horses can eat, drink, recover, and then it's basically straight back on the road. You guys are kind of have been keeping watch a little bit, but not having to worry about driving yourselves. It's been pretty relaxed and chilled.
Mm-hmm.
And unless there's anything else you want to do, we can skip ahead to the next day. The next day is much the same. It's a bit busier. There's a few more people that have been kind of coming off from little settlements, little hamlets that have been set up in the sort of 18 months or so since the re-emergence. And they, much like previous people, are heading towards Olkburg in sort of search of their either relatives who they lost touch with, or just to see what the state of the city's like. It's pretty devastating when a hub and such a large place that with so many people is suddenly destroyed and taken out of the equation. It's a lot to process, and people did struggle to kind of process it and sort of deal with that. And these little hamlets of 20 and 30 people you've been learning sort of started being established in the deeper parts of the wood where they felt more safe, where the canopy of the trees was covering from up above so that it was more difficult for dragons and their various little minions to see into. And people who have only ever lived in the city have suddenly they either didn't make it because they're not used to living in the wild, or they've developed so many more skills. You can see that they're more world weary. They've got a bit of life behind them now. They haven't had this really kind of protected environment with guards keeping them safe. They suddenly had to fend for themselves, and some of them seem to have appreciated it. Others just seem utterly miserable. They just want their lives back and have decided that now is a good time. And a few people recognize you, or at least by reputation, if not by visual recognition. The tale of the navigators seems to have actually travelled quite far even before the re-emergence. Your brief visit to Olkburg, which I don't even think lasted a week in the end, before you left again, does seem to have left an impression. And a few people kind of recognize you and just thank you for what you've done, but also, others are a bit more pushy and sort of are asking you when you're going to defeat Asoa, when you're going to be able to put a stop to their suffering, because it's not fair that they've been displaced, and you're getting two sides of the same coin from people who have been through it. Some are just grateful for what you have done and what you are doing, and others are demanding more.
Wasn't last time we were in Olkburg when Nell set fire to the dock?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we left by the ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To go to Sköld. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I think on the way, it's random people, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I probably mentioned that there is, well, there's not room in it. It was about to explain about compass to people that don't know it exists, and tell if they don't mind some hard work, there could be a place for them there if they can't get back into Olkburg or whatever.
Okay. Roll me a charisma check, please.
I've lost all this now. Right there. Oh my gosh.
Nice. There are quite a few.
So good.
I mean, 15 when your modifier is 0, you know. There are quite a few people who seem genuinely interested. And you manage to persuade a few of them to turn around and start heading in the direction of compass. And a few that promise to head in that direction once they just feel the need to go back to Olkburg and see it for themselves. But do promise that once they've been, they will go to compass, and so you can see the ones that go straight away. They're the idea of just being in a big community again around more people than the sort of few dozen that they've had contact with in the last 18 months just seems like a really exciting prospect for them. And like the eagerness with which they leave just sort of exemplifies that. There are a few who kind of scoff. Compass can't be real. There's no way that a sort of small group of adventurers has managed to settle down for so long and start a group, you know. But the solid 70% of the people you speak to at least take it on board and are willing to check compass out. On the 5th day, 2 full days before you arrive, or you should arrive, there's about 2 hours into your travel, like 2 hours into the morning, so you know, it'd be about 9-10 o'clock in the morning. There's a camp, like not a very big camp, probably only like 5 or 6 people, all looking very worse for wear, like hair quite clearly not maintained. Any who can grow beards have sort of let them grow into a horrible scraggy state, and this like skin covered in filth, dirt, and just whatever else has been accumulating. But they all are wearing almost entirely pristine black robes. And when they see you and your cart drive past, all of you are sort of pretty switched on, and you can see them like eye you up as you drive past. They don't do anything. There's no sort of movement towards you. There's no like obvious attempt to interfere, but they've clocked you, they see you, they know at least that you are rich and that you are probably important people. But the
How
rest
many people are there?
6 in total that you see, all in a semicircle around a campfire with like 3 tents behind them into the woods.
And we notice that they notice us. And you said they're wearing black robes.
Mm-hmm.
Is it ceremonial robes, or is it like robes to keep them hidden or something?
They're definitely not stealth, like not intended for stealth.
Mm-hmm.
It's they stand out quite a lot. This is getting into the sort of autumn months where leaves are starting to go yellow and red and orange, and the evergreen shrubbery is still green, and this black does stand out a lot. They have a bit of a shine to them. They're not quite silk, but they do kind of reflect light. They look more expensive than these people could potentially even wish to afford.
Do they have any markings on them that we can make out?
Make a perception check. Perceptione. 15. You can't make anything out. There's nothing that stands out as a symbol to anything or as sort of a maker's mark, that sort of thing. They do just look like plain black robes. The thing that stands out the most is they are almost pristine, and the people wearing them are the opposite of pristine.
I'm supposing ready my weapon.
Okay. Like I say, they don't make any. Carry on.
So I was assume they probably have been attacking or stealing from caravans on the way to. Should we stop and talk to them?
You can do if you want.
Sure. I'm not against it.
I'm not the best talker, but if
I
if we need
can
to hit
come.
someone, I'll do it.
I can come with you, and we can see what they say.
Yeah, you do the talking. I'll stand there and
Stand there
silently
and look
judge.
tough.
So, just to see if they, I don't know, see if we can work out what they've actually been doing and dissuade them from, if they have been attacking caravans, from doing that anymore.
Okay.
Weren't we able to take a long rest on here?
Yeah.
Then. Okay. Because I've still from the last fight, everything is still down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If does anyone else want to come along? Sköld, do you want to come along?
Yeah, might as well.
Sköld, the well-renowned talker of the group.
Many charismas.
Such charisma, much wow.
All right, then I tell the two other people that we brought along to watch Aqua and make sure that he's okay.
Okay.
And then I hop off the wagon.
Alrighty.
Walk towards the group of people.
Oops. As you get closer, there are the three at the front here. I know they don't have pictures, but ignore that. The three at the front are sort of, they stand as you approach them, and at their side on their hip is a very sort of dull-looking scimitar. The two behind them have bows strapped around their shoulder, and then the guy behind seems to be a bit more put together, but he only has a rapier that again looks like it's seen better days. All of them look ragged and like they've all seen better days as well. The guy at the back with the rapier, he stands a bit taller, he seems a bit buffer, but again his general appearance is pretty poor.
Okay. Obviously we're carrying weapons or anything, but I hold my hands up a little bit, like in a soothing motion and defiance, and like, hey, we're not here for trouble. I was just wondering, are you guys lost?
Nah, we ain't lost.
Okay. What are you doing out here?
Just observing.
Observing what?
The strange people that pass in by, just making sure no one's up to anything untoward.
I mean, sure, makes sense. What affiliation do you have? Are you guys from Olkburg?
You could say that, yes.
That sounds very cryptic. Where are you from?
Around Olkburg. Where are you from?
From around Olkburg too.
Really? How
Yeah,
close to
and
Olkburg? Where? In Olkburg.
Around. I'm actually a close friend of Jambari's, and we're on a mission to go and see in what state Olkburg is at the moment, and see if it's ready for people to move back to.
Nah, it ain't.
How do you know?
We was there just the other day. It's a bit of a mess.
I see. I like the robes that you're wearing.
Yeah, fancy, ain't they?
Where did you get them from?
We found them.
Found them.
Yeah.
Where did
Found
you
'em.
find them?
Why? Who's
Just
asking?
wondering. Me. Us. And I point to Vic, who is clearly more intimidating than I am.
All of them kind of look Vic up and down and look back at you and just sort of. I don't think I like your tone.
I'm not. What? I don't have a tone. I was just making conversation. I noticed you guys, and we were passing by. I was just wondering if you guys needed any help or if we could do anything for you.
Do we look like we need help?
Not necessarily. You were looking at us. We're not here for trouble, so maybe we're just on our way again.
We was just interested in the very fancy looking people going past on their very fancy looking cart and wondering why you was heading to Olkburg is all.
As I told you, we're there for Jambari to check out how the city is and run a few errands and maybe help in the recovery or in the rebuilding of Olkburg.
I see. Well, we have no beef with you if you have no beef with us, so why don't you just move on?
Sure. We can do that.
I think you should.
Alright. And I turn around, but I give Vic a meaningful look that I don't trust these people. But I don't think I have a message on her. So I don't think I could communicate with them.
I'm just
I
say.
do. I have
Okay.
message on her.
Oh.
So I would say in your head that I don't trust them and there's clearly something fishy going on with them.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, in addition to us going to Olkburg, I've heard reports of, or Jambari heard reports, and we'll just check out on potential people attacking caravans and mugging and assaulting people on the way to Olkburg.
Really? We ain't heard nothing about that.
Oh,
I think we'd be pretty well informed since, we're on the road to Olkburg.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, are you always on this road then?
Mostly we are. Like I say, we were in Olkburg the other day, but we don't go far.
Okay, because I mean, we've had authorization from Jambari that if we were to find that anyone had been doing this or the culprits, that we'd have authorization just to, because there's no real law left, just take it into our own hands and just, well, do whatever we need to do.
Well, I hope if you do find these bandits or highwaymen that you speak of, I hope you do dish out your punishment well and proper.
Yeah, I mean, we will. What we'll do is we'll get to Wolkberg and we'll just ask for any descriptions of any people that may or may not have done it. If anyone there can answer.
Well, like I say, We were in Olkburg the other day, and there weren't that many people there, if any at all. So,
Right. I mean, some people might have happened past. You never know. Plus, people might be not even in Olkburg yet, but it's like a day ahead of us on the road. So it'd be interesting to ask them and find out. And we can always patrol back down here and remove some heads if we need to.
well, I don't disagree. And I'm sure you all are very proficient with your weapons, so I'm sure you will deal out the punishment required, necessary, and swiftly.
Very quickly too. Very quickly.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Unless it calls. I mean, even if they were dragons, because how many dragons have we killed now? Like several.
Yeah.
Good few, right?
It's becoming quite easy, to be honest.
Yeah. So unless they're stronger than a group of dragons, I don't think it'll be a problem.
Well, you do sound very proficient and brave. I wish you well in your future dragon slaying, even though there ain't no dragon in Olkburg no more.
It's good to know.
Very good.
Otherwise, we would not have gone there, you see. Dragons are scary.
Yeah, most people go away from dragons. Most people.
Not you, though, clearly. No. Well,
I suppose we better be on our way.
I suppose you'd better be on your way. We're just going to head back to our camp and sit and watch the world go by and head off again tomorrow.
All right.
Do me a favour, if you see anyone in need of help on the way to Olkburg, lend them a hand, would you? Charitably.
Oh, I'm sure we will. We're very charitable, you see. Very charitable.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome, sir, madam.
Way to tend to Aqua's crippling disease.
And
Disease
of injuries.
of falling from several stories.
His crippled disease. Poor Aqua.
Oops.
All right, so you leaving? You done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. They make no move to stop you as you turn to leave and head back for the cart. They kind of just go back to their camp and sort of sit back down in their semicircle way. It would kind of be like this. Just around the campfire, just chilling.
What did the this dude look like? Particularly, like, was he?
So
did he look like the boss of them, trying to be intimidating? Did he size us up for money or anything?
he wasn't the talker.
Mm-hmm.
He was definitely sort of hanging back. He's bulkier in a sort of like in a sort of bodybuilder sense, where he's not sort of toned and ripped. He's definitely just pure muscle. Like everything is muscle in him.
Mm-hmm.
And he just stood there silently staring at the three of you, and kind of flicking to the cart occasionally, and then back to the three of you.
Okay.
It was this guy directly behind him that was doing the talking. Much smaller, like lankier, but had a kind of a cocky smile, like cocky grin on his face the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely gave off a sort of swagger. The kind of person that you just kind of want to punch in the face whenever you see them, you know?
Mm-hmm. So as we walk back, I say to the group, these are definitely the bandits, right?
Well, don't know if there were bandits, to be fair, but if there are bandits, they look like they probably are. So hopefully we scared them off. But we could ask an Olkburg, see if anyone has been attacked, and we can just describe these people.
Yeah.
And if we see them again, then we can deal with them.
Or we could just look at their camp tonight and see what they're up to.
We need to get to meeting, pirate lady.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Okay. You leave them be?
Yeah.
Cool. They just watch you leave. No sort of, aside from just sort of settling back down in their camp, no sort of effort to follow you, no sort of departing remarks or anything like that. They just sort of leave you be.
Okay.
The rest of the day passes by pretty smoothly, and there are decidedly fewer people today. Although you do see someone walking barefoot with basically just a cloak on that seems to be wrapped around his neck, and like he's just walking alongside a donkey that he's kind of holding the reins to, that has a pack over its back, and he's just sort of walking along normally. His feet seem to be just pure like leather, essentially. Like he's quite clearly used to walking barefoot. And he's got like quite long hair, but it's slicked back, and a beard that seems fairly well manicured and trimmed. His eyes seem like they've seen some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, for the most part, they seem pretty bright and alert. And as you approach, he moves his donkey out the way, stands at the side of the road, and just sort of waves at you and goes, "Hello there, have a good day."
Whale.
Waved, not wailed.
I can't summon whale.
And then it's just, you will die, crushed by a whale.
Waves are okay. That's very nice.
Good day.
Yeah, but other than that, no major things. Basically, either end of the day, so if basically like every 12 hours or so, you stop for 2 or 3 hours to feed and water the horses and make sure that they're well looked after.
Mm-hmm.
So you're traveling for 18 hours a day with 6 hours rest either end, just for the horses. And as you enter into the last full day of traveling, before you plan to arrive at Olkburg, you can see that even from this distance, there is still smoke rising from the city. It doesn't look like smoke from flames, however, it looks like sort of caustic and nasty smoke, like really thick, black, and there just seems to be a sort of haze around it, and you can see various plumes of it just rising from into the sky. You can't see the city yet, but the forest is starting to thin out. You're entering sort of the miles and miles of farmland and outskirts of the city, you know. And you can just see this smoke rising from where you know the city to be. The coastal breezes and winds are kind of blowing the smoke inland, and there's a few occasions where you get a pretty full whiff of it, and it like sets all of you to coughing. It's pretty nasty. It leaves a nasty throat in the back of your nasty taste in the back of your throat. And as the day progresses, you can just see it more and more clearly. occasionally you catch a glimpse of the city in the distance, and where there used to be these really tall, beautifully built walls, now there's just crumbled ruin where the black dragon just caused carnage and chaos. And even on the outside of the city, there's just what now essentially equate to lakes and ponds of just pure acid that are essentially causing these plumes of smoke, to rise into the sky.
Do we know why the dragon left? Was he defeated? Was he going somewhere else? Do we know?
You do not, and it's a pretty recurring thing. Like, the amount of dragons that were around at the time that have now kind of departed and disappeared, it has caused concern in amongst like the wise, because nobody's entirely sure where they've gone or why. It's just almost like the re-emergence happened, and because it started off with all the dragons reappearing, they went off and did their own thing, and then the re-emergence happened, Asoa returned, and all the dragons seemed to have just literally either up and left or were killed in amongst it, you know. So
okay. Well, onwards, I suppose. Where were we meeting, Selma?
Got a boat, isn't she? I guess so.
By the docks, probably.
If there is a docks.
Okay.
What's Aqua's situation? Can we prop him up now? Or?
at this point, he is sort of getting to a point where he's able to at least stand on his feet.
Is he able to talk? Aqua, can you talk to us?
He's been able to talk this whole time.
Oh, okay.
He has been fully kind of awake and aware, but it's just been essentially full paralysis, which is why you've been having to pump these spells into him. And he's been able to tell you when the pain starts, you know, which helps to kind of tell you when it's necessary.
Okay. How are you feeling, Aqua?
Too bad.
Okay.
Thanks for that insight. Brilliant.
Okay.
Well,
So
it looks better at least. I mean, well, back to what it used to look like anyway.
yeah.
I
So
Yeah.
how much longer do we have to travel to Olkburg?
Say again?
How much longer do we have to travel?
Oh, just a few hours.
Okay.
You're basically there. At this
while we're
point,
traveling though, on the on these, I don't know, shattered roads. Is that the right word? I just want to keep a lookout for people, and just watch them, but also see what they're doing, and see if there's anyone that we can immediately help that wouldn't take up as much time.
okay. There's not as many people as you would perhaps think. Going on how many people who you've seen traveling there. But what you do see is sort of ahead of you, in maybe an hour or so ahead of you, a small cluster of people that are actually heading towards you away from the city. And they're sort of clumped together. They seem fairly familiar with each other, and they're walking away from you, not at a great pace, just sort of, I mean, there's no other way to describe it really than lumbering towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Just, walking at a normal pace, kind of huddled together. And the closer they get, it seems like they're sort of gathered around one person in particular who is hobbling. That's the correct use of the word hobbling. As they get closer and closer, this person seems to be injured.
Okay. Oh, I stop the cart and I just look quickly at my companion and say, okay, just 1 second. I just want to talk to these people and see if there's anything we can do for them. And I hop off the cart and hi, sorry. Is there anything we can do to help you? We're just here in Olkburg to see if there's anything we can do to help people. You seem injured. What happened?
The pools of water. We didn't know what they were, and we stepped in one, and his foot, it just melted. We don't know what to do. You can see
Pools
that,
of
like
water?
the guy that they're sort of essentially holding up has just a stump of a leg that's just dripping blood.
Okay.
And you can see like one foot is sort of still being dragged along the floor, the other one just completely missing, with just a fresh wound that's sort of smoking slightly.
Okay. Sköld, can you come over and help? Maybe this guy needs a little bit of healing magic.
First, yeah, let's see what we can do. I'll can dispense with one once I figured out where my skills are. And spells. There we go. I suppose I can just cure wounds on it and see if that makes any noticeable difference.
It becomes pretty apparent quite quickly that this person has stepped in acid and has lost his foot. He seems to have passed out from the pain. Like, he's not making any sound, but is quite clearly still breathing. So if you cast Cure Wounds, you stop the bleeding, and it sort of semi-cauterizes the wound. The people huddled round him sort of let out gasps like, "What are you doing? Oh my god!" But once they see that the bleeding stops and the smoking sort of dies down, they relax a little bit. Thank you. I don't know what you did, but thank you. We don't know what to do. His whole foot's just gone.
There's not much we can do. It seems like whatever you stepped in was a very strong acid. That is, well, you can see the results. What we can hope to do is heal him, get him stable, and then perhaps a prosthetic will be able to be made for him.
Where are you guys off to?
We were going into Olkburg to see if we could recover our friends, family, belongings, but the whole place is a wreck, and nothing's there anymore. And now we're just going somewhere, anywhere.
We have a small village town, and I point in the direction that compasses. A few days that way. Just follow the road if you want to find refuge there. We have healers there. We have people who can help you there. We're expanding accommodation. Nothing fancy, nothing luxurious, but at least you have a roof over your head, some food. And if you can make yourself useful in any way, that would be even better, but don't feel pressure to do so. I know with that foot, the journey might take double as long, but at least, it's a place to go where you can find shelter for now.
We appreciate that. We'll go in that direction and see if we can find the place you speak of.
It's called Compass. It's really hard to miss.
I see. We'll start going that way now then. Thank you.
Okay. No problem. I hop back on our wagon.
Okay. Cool.
Wait. No, yes, wait. Are we gonna teleport back?
No, we can't. Oh, well, we can go teleport back to... What's the other city? The one I keep forgetting the name of. We can teleport...
Your hometown?
Yeah, my hometown. We can teleport back there, but we can't teleport back to Compass.
Oldencliff?
Oldencliff, yeah.
Oldencliff.
And then it's another 2-day walk, I believe, from...
Right, because if that's the fastest way of getting back, so couldn't we just put those people in here? They can ride back with the people. Although we got Aqua still, haven't we?
Can Aqua walk by now?
Yeah.
It's might easy getting. They can get back there, guaranteed to get there, and this is going to go back anyway by themselves. So I don't know if it's the. Although it's up to you guys. It's just a suggestion. I don't know.
I'm not against it. We can do it.
So I'll give it a go.
We're almost at Olkburg anyway.
Mm.
Then we teleport to the other place. These guys have to ride this back by themselves. Can just take these people back. They're injured anyway. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Because we won't need this, will we, really? Probably, hopefully. We can.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I'll leave it for you to speak to them if you want to do that. They're your mates.
I hop off the wagon again, and wait. We just had a quick chat. If you want to, you can have the wagon to transport your friend and a few other people. I don't know if everyone fits on the wagon. We will find another way to return to Compass. Sorry, Forge just locked me out for whatever reason. Our companions were supposed to go back anyway, so if you want to have the wagon and have a little bit of faster traveling time, would you be interested in that?
You're just gonna give us a wagon?
Well, for now, still ours. If you take it back to Compass for us, that would be incredibly appreciated, and keep an eye out for our two companions, because the way is not that easy, and there might be some bandits lurking to take advantage, and he's stronger in numbers anyway.
That's very kind of you. Thank you. We'll of course take you up on the offer.
Okay.
They all sort of struggle to lift their sort of one-footed friend onto the cavern. Tavern? No.
About tavern.
Yeah. Onto the wagon. Wow.
Drinking boys.
I did so well. I can speak. Hooray! Oh dear. Yeah, they struggle to lift their friend onto the wagon. First time.
The tavern wagon.
The tavern wagon.
Party wagon.
And the drivers are kind of looking a bit concerned, but you know they've been paid, so they turn this wagon around and start heading back the way they came, leaving you about an hour walk from the city.
That's fine.
At this point, you
Everyone
can
needs the exercise.
exactly. At this point, you can see for yourselves just how bad condition the city is in. Like the walls are utterly ruined. A lot of the buildings inside are sort of barely standing, to be honest. And it's not good. It's not good.
I guess we want to make our way to the water harbour.
The water.
Yeah.
We've been there before. It was burnt before the dragon turned up.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
No.
Mystery.
Mystery to me. To get to the actual docks of Olkburg, you do have to kind of go through the or at least into the city and around the outskirts. But that shouldn't be too difficult.
No, plus it's probably better on foot, right? If there's rubble everywhere anyway.
Yeah.
Do we need to get a stick or anything for Aqua, or is he alright?
Oh, I'm using my sword.
What? You right? Okay.
A bit flexible. And one.
Yeah. You're holding the right way up though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's stabbing his hand repeatedly.
Just want to feel something.
All right.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. As you enter the city, not that one. This one. There's a sort of about 10 minutes into the sort of walk around the outskirts, you come across a church. It's a fairly mundane church. It's like a sort of general place of worship. You've come across quite a few of these in Camblesia especially, and itself it's nothing special, but all of you here off at the back where the like sort of into the where the crypt is and the sort of more important people would be buried. You hear shouts and a sort of massive, deep rumbling roar, and then a few screams and a shout and another scream and a sort of cry of something that you can't quite make out. And then there's a moment of silence, and then there's another roar, and just you hear something kind of be, I don't know, some kind of liquidy thing be sort of landing on the ground. It's pretty grim.
What's happening?
Is it inside around the back of the building? Should we have a look?
Off in this
Yeah,
direction.
let's go have a look.
Let's go around the wall.
Same.
Yeah, well, that's the point of walls.
I can go through walls.
That's not an ability you have.
If I roll high enough, it might be. Was it? Did the sound come from down here?
Sorry, I switched maps quickly. Yes, down from in there. Both of you roll investigation checks for me.
You say it was a roar.
Yes. And
Was it a
shouts
roar?
and screams.
Okay, was it a kind of roar we've heard before, like a dragon roar?
It's difficult to discern. It's very echoey. Vic, you can see 5 sets of footprints heading through the door and down the stairs. Fairly fresh. Like the ground has quite recently been disturbed.
Right. Well, sounds like someone needs assistance. Do we all go down?
I'm gonna probably stay around Aqua because I don't want to leave him exposed to whatever dangers.
He can cast spells. He'll be fine.
Okay, well, I'll carry him
All
along.
right.
Aqua is so reliable, he never goes down. Never gets hit.
We'll go down then.
Yeah,
Oh, no teleporter. Oh my god.
I was sad too.
Bing, bing, bing.
You come down
Oh,
the
that's
steps, and the sounds are.
No vision.
Oh, Aqua! You're supposed to be crippled,
Oh,
not blind.
It's black and white for me, but I'm guessing that's intentional.
That's
Oh yeah,
intentional.
me too. And I can't see anything except for my companions.
Can you move up one?
Oh
Again?
yeah.
As you come down the stairs, it is pitch black, and the stairs are cracked and very uneven. But the sounds of grumbling roars and shouts are much clearer and louder.
Right. I'm going to follow him.
Okay.
Do I see any clear signs of where they might have gone or it might be coming from?
Stepping down here, it's again very uneven terrain. You can see all sorts of detritus and ruined caskets and coffins and sort of various storage boxes and stuff just kind of flung around and broken. There are what look like commemorative statues that have also been destroyed. Various sections, like down here, for example, just seem to have been burrowed through. Like there should be wall here. And there seems to be quite a few places like that throughout the whole area, especially like up here as well. This was a hole. This hole was burrowed instead of, intentional. And you can see another room just full of caskets and.
Can I do a nature check to determine what could possibly be making such things? Burns.
Yes.
Or is it more survival? Nature, I suppose.
No, nature's fine.
Alright.
Ooh.
Nice.
I don't know nothing about nature.
No, nothing stands out as familiar or anything really.
Okay. One day.
One day.
One day.
Start peeking down this way.
Okay. As you start sort of walking your way down the corridor, this door seems to be intact, and it seems to be a crypt of a now obviously dead couple that have been sort of entombed together. It's quite possible that the other side as well was the same thing, just in a bigger room with sort of ornamental stuff that they've been entombed with. Nothing strikes you as unusual about this room. And now, to your right, left as you look, there's a sort of passageway that goes downstairs and round a corner. And to your left, right as you look, there's just a straight path down into what looks to be another sort of carved out burrow. Both directions has the same sound, just kind of to your right, left as you look is more muffled just because of reasons.
The sound's clearer coming from this side here, which means it's probably all connected still, so we can probably get there that way. Right. Probably this way, guys, but
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
Are we being stealthy or are we not being stealthy?
You guys go ahead. I'll block off the entrance. I don't think I can move past this that quickly. So,
Okay by yourself?
You can.
yeah,
Where are you? Ping yourself, please.
at the stairs.
I'm going back and I throw Aqua across my shoulders to carry him.
Okay.
Come on, we're not leaving you behind.
But my bones.
You're fine. You can walk now. Most of your bones are healed.
Important word there, most.
Let's
Up
go.
to you. It's up to you.
Let's go.
Do you allow her to carry you?
Well, I don't think I would have the strength to stop her.
You are very good at strength checks, though.
I know, but considering I'm injured, I feel like I wouldn't have the strength to try and do a strength check.
Okay. You are being fireman carried over Bryn's shoulders right now.
Yep.
The shouts as you get closer, Vic, become very apparent as you turn this corner. You see 4 people
oh no.
in varying degrees of armor and readiness, fighting or sort of engaged with a draconic-looking creature, but it seems deformed in some way. Its head doesn't seem to doesn't extend into the same sort of snout that you expect to see on a dragon. It just seems shorter and more rounded, but it just have copious amounts of teeth, like dozens of teeth on top and bottom, just pointing out in various directions. Its eyes seem green and slitted somehow, and they just seem set, and they just seem to see the room. It's
got an emo haircut.
It's got hair that sort of just emanates from the top of its head and falls down, draped over its face and down behind its ears. Its ears seem oddly humanoid-ish, similar in vein to sort of almost like Vic's ears that are sort of somewhat elvish, but more pronounced. Its body doesn't seem to have grown, doesn't seem to have scales, but it is the sort of shape and physicality of a dragon, but without the scales and the sort of litheness. It just seems to be a big lump of meat. It has wings, but they seem stunted and they don't seem capable of flight. They're just sort of wildly flapping around, and it's sort of down on all fours, but almost like you can tell that, or you can see that the front legs are more arm-like. They seem to have like actual shoulders that are sticking out of the body, and then progress down like you would expect to see arms that are just sort of splayed out on the floor. And they have claws that are emanating from the knuckles, not the fingers, and so the claws are kind of protruding over fingers that are also like grappled into the floor. So it's got like claws and fingers underneath, and a tail that seems to be sort of growing as you're staring at it, almost like it's literally just growing from the body, but it's almost like a rat's tail. It's pretty disturbing. The people that are engaged with it, the closest one is wearing very sort of form-fitting leather armor and has a bow that it's drawn and is literally lining up a shot, but you can see that there's some kind of apprehension. He doesn't seem to want to take the shot. Down here, this person is dressed in essentially just a traveling cloak and traveling clothes, and has a wooden staff that they're holding back, and you can see is glowing with a kind of green light, but again seems to be ready to cast a spell, but isn't wanting to, or isn't just releasing it. The person sort of at the front on the left hand, well, on the bottom left, has a sword raised and is in full plate armor with a shield, and is currently removing their sword from the sort of hand-looking foot on the front right of the creature, and is shrieking, but you can't quite make out what they're saying. The person up here is also holding a shield and what looks to be a mace, and is sort of almost holding an attack. They're not attacking, but they also are muttering to themselves, like under their breath, almost like they're concentrating on a spell. The creature itself just pulls its head back and releases this disgusting smell, and like it burps essentially, and everybody in the room just gets overwhelmed by acidic gas. Boop. What doth thine mean? Never mind, try again. Boop, boop, boop.
Gas.
Yes, I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution. Oh, how do I do this in this newfangled? There we go. Found it.
Oh shit, that was a Constitution roll, sorry.
Oh wait, that was an ability check. Saving throw. Roll.
Am I rolling normal or disadvantage?
Why would you be with disadvantage?
I don't know, because of the hag.
No, you're normal.
Okay.
That was a very unsatisfying roll.
How do I roll
Saving throws.
On the right hand side, the saving
Yeah.
throws.
On the right hand side, there's a box of saving throws, and you just do it like with the skills.
Oh, there. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, I might have to use my thing on that. I'll take it off in a second. I'm gonna use my Indomitable.
Okay.
Or
Do I get to roll again?
Okay, so Vic and Sköld, you take
Oh my god.
19 acid damage. Bryn and Aqua, you take half of that, which would be 9.
And then I take like 5 because I've got acid resist.
Yeah.
I've got poison resistance, not acid.
Yeah, I've got poison too. What is that thing?
The question is now, what are you doing?
Well,
If I die, Bryn, because you brought me here, I'll haunt you for the rest of my life.
Shut up, and I give him bardic inspiration.
I'm gonna move in a bit and be like, what's going on? You guys gonna kill this thing or what?
Oh, yes, but
Why can't I click anything?
I maneuver Aqua out of the way behind the wall on my right.
Okay.
So he's at least out of the way of any future attacks in case. Until he wants to actually attack himself.
Okay.
Okay, now with that, I'm gonna move forward also. To kind
Yeah,
of better.
I move with Vic as well, and I shout into the room. What happened here? What is that thing?
Okay. In that case, everybody roll initiative, please.
Dun, 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 dun.
God damn it!
Right, it's on the left side now. Advantage with my shield.
Now where's my initiative?
It's on
Oh,
your
yeah.
profile picture here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to mention we were sat in chat, we sat in voice chat for like half an hour. I forgot to mention it. I'm sorry.
Where'd you find it? Unknown creature. Very descriptive.
They've got names.
Have I not rolled? I have rolled already. Oh, I haven't.
Okay. In that
I did
case,
roll. I had an 8 before. That's so rude.
No.
first up, we have the person closest to the creature, up here, and they, holding their mace up, they decide, no, I'm going to do it, and smack down.
Let's draw.
And with a 16, I don't actually know if that hits. It does. Nice. Then they do some damage. And they do 4. Cool. Okay.
Hacking the beast.
The beast. The beast. Vic, it's your go.
It is me. Right. Would I move? Can I move unimpeded through these people? Would they count as?
As far as you know at this point, they seem to be allies.
Okay, so I can move my 40 feet to there. Before I do my hunking up.
Mm-hmm.
Before I go through there, but before I can actually fit. So it didn't make me big though, but I am big. And then I'm going to strike thrice at it.
Thrice.
Attack.
20 hits.
Damage. Let me do my thing. Cool. I'll add a D8 now for my Giant's Might.
Giant's Might. Cool. So that's
First.
This isn't very battle-y music. I don't understand.
Bum bum bada bum.
Let's go for high speeds on a lightning train.
Oh, that's gonna miss.
14 misses, yeah.
Ooh, and then my last attack.
27 definitely hits.
With one of them, and we'll fling a little fire rune into that as well.
Ooh, tasty.
Why not? DC 17 saving throw.
20.
Nice.
Cool. So it still takes the damage.
Yep. And you are not shackled.
No.
And I believe that's me.
Awesome. Awesome. It's the creature's turn, and it reels back, and the two hand-like feet at the front kind of reel up, and it strikes down firstly at Vic. And misses, and then secondly at this guy next to Vic, and that would have hit Vic. Great.
Ooh.
And does 18 points of damage. Cool. You can, like, the claw actually punctures through this person's armor, and like they're holding the shield up, and it just goes straight through the shield, and you see the person just sort of reel back, pull that arm back, and there's just blood gaping, like gushing down the arm through the armor. It then swings its now like seemingly fully grown tail at this person here.
Back in 2 seconds.
No worries. It's a nat 1, doesn't matter anyway. Cool. Takes no damage, but does get knocked prone. Cool. Well, no, do they? No, they don't, because it doesn't get hit. Of course not. Cool. Sköld.
See, I'm glad that there was a bit of time between by starting and my turn, because I would have accidentally attacked these guys. So, on that note, I am going to move around a bit, probably around to here, just to kind of get out the direct line of sight and prevent, hopefully, collateral damage. And then what I shall do is, well, let's have a gander. It's been a while since I've had a look at my spells, to be honest with you, so I'm not going to go full ham. I think that's going a bit overkill, but maybe where is it? Well, you know what? I've got my saved stuff over here somewhere. Spiritual weapon, there we go. I think that's a good place to start. Do that at a 4th level.
Okay, spiritual weapon at 4th level. Nice. Let's find your spiritual weapon. Okay. Well, in that case, welcome back. Let's get you a new spiritual weapon. If I can find it. You can have this one. We'll give you a sort of somewhat spooky looking one today.
Okay.
Where would you like it? Feel free to move it.
The beast.
You should be able to move it wherever you like.
Go on. Oh, yes, I can. There's a wall in the way. Is that crypt? A wall? It is. Okay, well, with that, can I attack with it this turn, or is it...
Yes, you can.
Ooh, I would like to attack with it.
Go for it.
Oh, dear. Oh, yes.
Cool. 19 hits.
Nice. Damage.
Damage. 13. Oh, blimey.
And then
Nice.
Wait, could I throw my hammer as well, or is that too
No.
many? Too many. What's it?
Yes.
It's a bonus?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Ooh, is this a giant?
No.
Oh.
Good call. Good call. Dwarven thrower.
It's not even giant size. It's just huge.
Okay.
Let's see, can I... Oh, wait, yeah, I gotta
force
select...
feed it a huge potion. Turn it down.
Oh, boy.
13 misses, I'm afraid.
Weesh. We're getting limbered up, just...
Yeah, it's just a warm up. You'll get there. You'll get there.
I'll be back to normal in time. Whatever normal is.
Aqua,
Yes.
'tis your turn.
I'm gonna hobble round the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be dealing with this too long. I actually got selected. I'm gonna just mental prison it.
Okay.
Needs an intelligence saving throw.
It doesn't work.
What do you mean?
You imagine that the target has succeeded automatically because it's immune to being charmed.
Oh, okay. Just take this.
You take that?
No, the creature takes that.
Okay.
I did hear you say, I take that then, and I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what? Josh. Successful failure, the target takes... You can...
It's 5d10 psychic damage. The rest of it is... if it succeeded, but
Yeah.
it still takes a 5d10 even if it...
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 19, 18, 23, 30. Okay. Cool.
Good damage.
Still pretty
And-
spicy.
I'm gonna go back.
Nice. Fair enough. It is...
Reminder, just for Aqua and for the next person that I give it to. You have inspiration on saving throws and everything, but also in combat you can add it to your AC if someone attacks you, or you can add the thing to your attack roll.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. It is the guy at the back's turn. And he is going to cast Wall of Thorns. Has a across here. So the Wall of Thorns has appeared in front of this creature's face and is now just into its face. With that particular sound effect. And has to make a saving throw. which it failed. It's a lot of damage. 60 points of damage when entering the war. What? On a failed save. Yeah, I think that's right. 60 points of damage. Blimey. That was more than I was expecting. That is their turn. Bryn.
Yes, I was wrong by the way with combat inspiration. It's you can add it to the D10 to your weapon damage. Sorry, not to your attack roll. So you can roll it once you've already hit. As a bonus action, I am going to give Vic bardic inspiration, or combat inspiration, and then, well, my question still stands. What happened here? What is that thing?
Don't need to know what it is. Just need to kill it.
Well, the people seemed apprehensive to attack it, so why are you apprehensive to attack this thing?
No one replies.
That's not helpful! I just attack it with my sling. Wait, not yet. I'm getting a little closer because I don't know if I have the range. I attack it with my sling.
Misses.
I attack it with my sling again.
Hits.
It takes 8 damage.
Ooh, spicy.
And that's my turn.
Okie dokie. The person at the back with the bow, sort of, in reply to your question, just shortly says, "She was our companion," in like a really dead tone, tone, and then fires off 2 shots with the bow. Hits damage. 4. And then again. Boop. Boop. Ooh. Devastating. For another 6. Okie dokie. That's their turn. It is the guy who's just been pierced through the shield is going to take a few longsword swipes. Attack 1. Crit. Pretty exciting. I don't crit very often. Wow. All right. And then strike numero 2. Another hit. Wow. And then strike number 3. Never mind. The first strike catches the creature sort of just underneath the shoulder, sort of armpit area, and seems to catch a vessel or something because there's just blood now spewing out of it. The second one is a follow-up stab sort of into the upper region of the arm/leg, and doesn't seem to do as much damage, but and then as the sword is removed and he goes for a third swipe, he's just kind of batted away. Like the recoil of the leg seems to just get one of the claws in the way for no effect. And we're top of the round. We come back to the guy over here, still concentrating on his spell. Gonna go for another mace strike. That's the wrong thing. That's the right thing. Attack. Normal attack. Never mind. That was a great use of a turn. Vic.
Okay, I'm still gonna go for another 3 swings, I think.
Go for it. 17 hits.
Right. So I'm gonna do damage plus my giant's might damage. which doesn't ask me about anymore. Plus, I want to throw a Storm's Giant Strike into that as well.
Oh, blimey.
Which is an 18 con save. But
Okay.
Take the damage anyway, I think.
You could also use a D10
D10?
from the
for
budding
more
spread.
damage.
Yeah.
I could do, yeah. Might need to save again though in a minute.
Yeah,
Can I
could also be.
save?
Yeah.
Nope, wrong button. Con save. Ah, drat. Okay.
What does that mean again? Disadvantage attack rolls until the start of my next turn. Cool.
Okay. Cool.
Attack number 2.
Okay, nice.
Attack number 3.
Again.
And I do have. What the bonus actions do I have? I had some. I think that was
Second wind.
Good second. You know
Not
what?
second wind, action surge.
I do have that, but I'm going to second wind.
Oh.
I'm not full HP. I don't like it.
Shock horror.
Apply healing. I could action surge, but I feel like. Okay, if I don't action surge and kill some of these people, I'll feel bad.
Yeah.
But I might need action surge for something. Comes back in a short rest.
Some of the monster for some of us.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold. Yeah, I won't hold off my action surge for now. I think.
Okay. Okie dokie. So creature's turn. This time it comes for a claw attack against you again, Vic.
Disadvantage, I'm afraid.
Oh yeah, nice. Thank you.
Matter.
That's all right. I'll do it again.
Especially with double roll again.
No worries. And then it's going to claw attack again at you because it's got a thing of thorns to get through. 18 misses. And then it's going to actually acidic spit at you.
Yeah.
12 misses. It kind of reels back and it basically just literally spits this glob of acid. And you kind of step out of the way and it just impacts with the wall behind you and just starts melting away at the stone. And then it just reels down and just roars in your face. Sköld, it's your turn.
I think I'm going to do the old one too. Hammer and sickle. The Soviet anthem starts playing.
It's Tommy time.
So yeah, let's hammer time first.
That hits.
Oh.
Oh, blimey.
And then other thing, once hit. I always forget how you actually attack with the scythe. Let me see if there's actions anywhere. Nope.
Can you select it as a character?
Yeah. And then it's like spellbook or actions and everything, blankety blank.
You should be able to double click on it as an icon, like actually on it.
Yeah.
Just use your. Just go through the spiritual weapon thing again, and just don't count. Don't use the resource.
All right. You and boop. Seems spell slot. Spell slot. Nope, I do not. Get you. Get that. Add a bit of this.
Add one of those. Add one of these. 23 hits.
Like this.
17. Bloody hell.
Money.
Sköld, this is like the most damage you've done ever.
Dealing out the damage. That's...
Nice.
Okay.
Aqua.
So,
Party overviews.
I've not seen anything really that's been going on. I've just been hearing a bunch of bashes and clashes. But I did hear the one guy say that it was their friend. So, I'm going to step out. And I am going to try a... Where is it? Spell magic at a 5th level on the creature.
Okay.
We're using his head. To see. Oh, can't use his body, so I suppose that's something.
Shush you.
Do you have to for each spell of fourth level higher?
You have to make a DC of 10 plus the level, which was 5, so a 15.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. The creature sort of stands there for a moment, and then there's a sort of like this. It's like a ragged intake of breath. Not from the creature, like the creature's just sort of seems to be stuck in place. But this sound just ripples through the room that you're in. And then the creature just starts to almost deflate. Like muscle density just seems to completely disappear. And then it just starts shrinking. Doesn't lose the shape, just the size and the bulk and the density, until it hits sort of normal humanoid size, and then it reverts back to this sort of humanoid figure of a woman, elderly looking, sort of very loose skin that seems quite thin and papery. The hair seems to be, again, thin, wiry, grey. And the eyes are closed. The body kind of just flops to the floor, lifeless, and just seems grey and spent.
Oh, Aqua, that was good thinking.
I had a hunch, and I feel like we need to make sure she is okay. I'll wait here as you guys do that.
As you say that, the 4 people just rush over. The wall of thorns drops, and the 4 people just run over to her side, and I said, "Go on, thank you," and just crowd around her. This person just immediately drops to his knees and starts muttering under his breath, like starts casting the spell. Spell I think you've seen once at least before, and you see the spell release from his hand into the body, but there just seems to be no reaction. Like, the body just seems completely devoid of anything. And all of them just start... Well, the 2 people on this side just seem completely shocked. Like, they don't seem to be able to comprehend what's happening. The others are crying. The emotion of the moment just seems to be taking hold of them completely.
I'd probably move away. I can't, but I'd probably leave them to it.
It would help if I ended the combat, wouldn't it?
Leave them to their private moment.
They don't seem to have acknowledged you necessarily. Just kind of working on their grief, or going through their grief. Yes. So the four of them are now crowded around this body that is just looks emaciated and just very old. Like, you wouldn't expect someone that looks that old to be out and about, let alone down in essentially a sort of crypt with people who are clearly equipped for battle. All of you make perception checks for me, please.
Perception.
My thing just disappeared.
She'll be
No,
too
I'm not
funny
a
to her.
scythe. I am. Where's everything gone? Oh wait, there it is. Hold on, I'm getting there. It's just taking a bit of time to load.
Yeah, advantage. Cool.
Perception.
Advantage.
No, I was meant to do that with advantage.
Roll again.
Okay.
You were right the first time. Bryn, Vic, and Sköld, you, looking over the four remaining people, notice that they bear a striking resemblance. No. Bryn, you don't notice the specifics of who they resemble, but you notice what they resemble. They bear a striking resemblance to the pair of elves that you met and were sort of allies to a long time ago.
Oh, I had the names last week or the other time.
You did.
Alfina and
Oh, Elfina, good.
Adra or something?
Adriana.
Adrian.
Yeah, Adra and Elfina.
Adra, yeah.
You notice their lithe bodies, they're almost sort of like too perfect skin that seems to be just sculpted over their chin, like over their skulls and bodies in general. There's almost no fat or sort of like loose skin whatsoever. They just seem like toned perfectly. All their skin is just like smooth and sort of well looked after, and their eyes like very varying colors, but they just have a piercing look to them at all times. And the way they're kind of crouching over their sort of fallen friend or fallen whoever, you can tell that they're not used to dealing with death. Like, the shell-shocked look on their face gives it away.
So they're all elves then?
It seems to be the first time that they've properly noticed you. This person here stands and turns to look at you. Yes, we are elves.
What happened here?
We were sent to find a group, and we have been looking all over the city. We came in here. Our companion saw something. I don't know what. And in her haste, she took it. It opened or exploded in her hand, engulfed her, and she became that creature. It all happened so fast.
Is there no saving her?
I tried to revive her, but she seems to be gone. I don't know what to do.
Well, she's definitely gone. Could at least bury her, I guess. Unless you want to take her back wherever you... Where are you from?
We do not tell outsiders where we come from. All we know is we were sent to look for a group. Who are you?
We're the navigators.
A group.
It seems you are the group we are looking for.
Who sent you?
Friends of yours? They have been keeping an eye on you. And they have decided that now it is time for them to intervene. They sent us.
Adra and Elfina?
Indeed. My name is Olarel. This to my right is Erasis. This in front of me is Karen. And this is Laurel.
Sorry, you have all these fancy names and then you have Karen.
Are you mocking our names?
That was meant to be done in a fourth wall break rather than openly it.
Why have you come to Olkburg? We've been mostly in Compass and we've been mostly in Olkburg.
Sköld, you take 113 points of damage.
Emotional damage.
How dare you mock my naming schemes? Say that again, Yathina. Sorry, Rob, you don't get to talk anymore.
Why have you come to Olkburg and not to Oldencliff or Compass?
This is where we were told you would be.
Okay, fair enough. I feel like I did tell that someone last week. I'm sorry about your friend. Is there anything we can do to help? Anything? Do you want to take her somewhere?
She will be taken to rejoin the Earth. What is it you have come to do?
We are going to meet with the pirate captain and talk to her and see if she is aligned with the dragon, and if not, if we can convince her to fight on our side. She wants to talk to, and I point my head to Aqua, to our blue friend over there. We're just honestly looking for any ally and fight against the dragon that we can get. And if not an ally, weaken the dragon by getting rid of all the allies the dragon has.
Sounds like a good scheme. Very wise. We would like to assist with this in any way we can.
Okay. Are you also willing to fight that dragon?
Yes.
As we're now we've had a little bit of chit chat. I do want to go over and examine the body of the dead person. And I want to see if there's any remains left. Not touch anything, just to see if there's any remains left of anything that she may have touched.
Roll an investigation check. Okay. Doesn't seem like it. You can just see a sort of small, fresh, burnt out indent in the ground, sort of hereish, where it seems sort of fresh acid has kind of gouged into the ground. But other than that, there's nothing.
Why are you down here? In this, I don't know, in this crypt, in this mausoleum. Crypt, rather, I think.
We've been searching the city while we were waiting for you. We got here sooner than we thought we would.
Do you think that was a trap that she touched?
I think that was the vile remains of vile creatures.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know what you want to do with her now, but maybe we should get going.
We need an hour.
Okay. We'll wait outside rather than inside here and keep an eye out that there's no one lurking around. We can have a short rest upstairs.
Very well. We will come and find you when we are done.
Okay.
Maybe discuss what you want to do next while you wait.
Go to the harbor. Go to the dock and wait for Zama.
You might send her a message to see if she's here, maybe.
I can't move.
There's a wall there, because there's stairs.
Oh, there's stairs. I didn't see the stairs.
Okay. Oops. All right. We going up?
I am, at least. I don't know if the others are.
Are you short resting outside or are you short resting inside?
I am short resting outside because it's too much of a tight space here, and I would say we just rest outside and see if anyone else comes by or if there's, any untoward people.
Okay. In that case, we'll go outside. Nope. Cool. Much like a video game, once you leave one scene, the people you were just talking to and left behind you are already outside.
I wish I had that technology.
You'd make getting places so much easier. While you're short resting outside, the elves are not burying, they're just kind of laying their companion down in the grass, which has grown quite considerably. It's sort of very wild looking sort of meadow grass at this point. They just kind of lay her down in the grass, and the one you were talking to, Alarel, is sort of talking quietly over the body. Meanwhile, the four of you, what are you doing?
Resting, I would give them the space they need and the respect they need. It's not like none of my business to be part of that. And yeah, do you want me to send a message to Zama?
Yeah, might as well check that where she is. We can just. Do they want to come with us, or would we go there now and then come back to meet these guys?
No, they wanted to come with us.
I'm going to convert a load of my source points into bow slots.
Okay.
I might take a short rest then, in that case, to get some stuff back. It's an hour, isn't it? Well, they want an hour, don't they?
Yeah. During that hour, I will also send a message to Zama. I'll sending to Zama. How far did you say, or how far do I think we are away from the dock? Walking distance?
You're probably an hour a walk due to sort of like the destroyed nature of the city and just how many obstacles will be in the way. But it's only really sort of maybe 2 miles.
So sorry, I completely blanked. What did you say in time wise?
About an hour.
About an hour, okay. Yeah, I'll send a message to Zoma. Where's my spells? That's my spells. Nope. Wait. Oh, there. Okay. And I say, navigators here. We are about an hour away from the docks in Olkburg. Are you ready for a meeting?
I've been here for 2 days.
Okay. I don't reply because I don't want to waste my spell slots, but at least she knows that. She's there. Yeah, she's been waiting for 2 days, which, you know, I did tell her we'll take a week, so that's not on me.
Okay, good.
While we're waiting, and I'm not actually doing much, can I don't know, not really praying, but kind of just also praying to the lion creature that had me in its judge case at one point to see if it could give me any help or guidance, as I don't even know where my modem friends disappeared to, and he's been gone for ages, and I kind of just want to know what's up and if I'm still on the right path, why I'm here, kind of thing.
Okay. Okay. Roll me a charisma check for me.
Wow.
There's no immediate response. You're not used to sort of
Hunting.
like, yeah, you're not used to kind of doing this kind of praying type thing. Like, it's not actually praying, but it's something you're not used to. And you don't think you've got it quite down yet.
Just shouting to the sky.
She's like,
Yeah.
she's like, help me!
Space Jesus, help me!
But yeah, nothing immediately happens.
Okay then, I'm just kind of disappointed and go back to resting.
Okay. Okay. The hour ends, your short rest is over. And you get back everything that you gain back on a short rest. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. That yawn hit me out of nowhere. And the elves are just finishing off their ceremony that they were going through. The spokesperson, it seems, of the group, Alarel, comes back over. We are done. We are willing to accompany you now if you wish.
Yeah, I believe we're ready. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. Let's go. So, yep.
Yep. Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
Like, how long will it take? Obviously, me being kind of crippled, walking behind the group. Are you gonna add any extra time on, or
Gonna piggyback.
thinking I have a spell that could help out, but
Oh, do you now?
Save your spell.
Is it fly? I mean, if it's the spell I think you're thinking of, it would probably work.
I was going to say, it's freedom of movement, and considering every terrain is technically difficult for me at the moment, it stops it being difficult, so...
I mean, you could also summon Draconic Spirit and just have Beatrice fly you there.
How long does it last?
Freedom movement's an hour, Draconic Spirit is an hour.
Save your Draconic Spirit thing. Freedom of movement would be helpful, I think.
Yeah, I'll put that on myself before we head out, and then gives me a bit more oomph.
Okay.
Every movement you hear a bone crack and creak.
Yeah, there is a lot of cracking and creaking going on. Is it this one? It's not this one. So, I have the slight problem of not being subscribed to the right person anymore on Patreon to have the same scene that I used last time. So please ignore. This is a big ask. I know I ask a lot of you when it comes to the maps, but please ignore the fact that this map is literally on fire. Because
This is fine.
It's not still on fire from when Nell was here, I promise.
Docks on fire.
It is, yeah. It's the same map, but the variation is just this is the free
down
version.
here we were.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. It was like down along here. So yeah, this map is on fire, but just like
This map is on fire.
just ignore the fire, okay? It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine.
Walk through, I reminisce and still feel like Nell is with us.
It just brings back memories. Oops. Now the question is, can I do this on the fly? I think I can, you know. Oh, I don't
I was
think
literally about to say, I need to put Nell's emote in chat.
it...
Look, Yathina's already done it.
Yeah, well, you know, old habits die hard, you know. This is me being proper efficient. Oop. Yeah. Okay, so as we enter the map that's totally not on fire, okay, there is a singular... Oh, bloody hell, there is audio. Nope. Shh. There we go. Got rid of it. There is a singular ship still, like, just sort of docked at port. And you recognize it as the Windsinger. Stood on the deck, at the prow, staring at you across the dock. Good old Zelma.
Anyone else around?
Nope.
Any crew members?
Just her.
Where are we officially on the map before heading to the ship?
You're over here.
Oh, okay.
I'll take a step back and let Aqua lead.
Yeah.
Okay.
The elves are here as well.
The elves are also here.
Here would be the best place to be face to face.
Okay.
Does she see us coming up? And
She's been watching you the
react?
whole time.
Great.
No reaction, just staring.
Okay.
Eyes fixated on you, Aqua.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm using my sword that she gave me as a cane at the moment, so it's probably not the best luck.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of get up to my spot, try and stand up as straight as I can while still using the sword as support,
Okay.
and just shout, Zalma, we need to talk.
Come
Could
to
be helping
bargain.
these people.
Aqua? I'd like to say it's good to see you again, but I was always taught not to lie.
That's understandable, but we have more pressing matters at hand. The world is gonna be destroyed, and everyone needs to work together. Even you and your selfish ways.
Selfish? Everything I did for the good of the crew. You know this. You benefited quite well from our travels.
I do know, but as you did, you changed. And now more things have changed, and we now need to change yet again.
She looks visibly confused for a moment. The only thing that's changed, Aqua, is that you betrayed me and tried to steal my ship.
I didn't try and steal your ship, I tried to destroy your ship.
And that's better?
That ship is unnatural, and no one deserves a ship that can dominate the seas. Anyway, I'm here to call a truce for you to join us and help save this world from Asoa.
I don't think Asoa wants to take over the world, Aqua. I think she just wants to dominate the 4 islands. Which I'm quite happy to let her do. I can just sail off into the sunset, find a new place to exist.
You may think that, but it may not look like it, and you may not believe me, but we've been up against her before. And she will take and destroy everything, even the seas. Nothing will be left standing when she's done.
Roll a persuasion check for me, please, Aqua.
Okay.
Dang.
What makes you so sure that you know best?
Because through trial and error, me and my friends, I can now officially call them, have been and dealt with her once in what you would probably call a vision. And she will destroy everything. And the only way to defeat her is if we all band together and take her on at once. And that way we can then all prosper from the world afterwards.
What do you think I can bring to this bargain?
You have the most incredible / indestructible ship ever. You can carry people to safety faster than any other ship possible. You could be there to aid in not only delivering in supplies, but also helping in battles.
Need I remind you, Aqua, that the Flames dwelling is in the middle of Karasgard, where, if I'm not mistaken, the sea is not.
No, that is true. But me and my group will be handling that. For you,
Ship going lava.
I want or would like you to join us so you can patrol the borders to stop any lesser beings escaping from Kazagard.
So what you've done is you called me all the way here to ask for my help. And then claimed that I have to do all the work?
Oh, no. I'm not asking for your help. We can deal with this by ourselves if we really want to. It
Then
just
what-
takes time.
Why am I here?
What I'm saying is I want you to join us for something better. There will be money involved. There will be jewels. There will be power. You'll get titles for helping us.
I already have a title, Aqua. I am Zelma Immortal Rex. I don't gain that title by going into battle with a dragon.
Yet, the navigators and their crew can now tell people that you and your ship ran from us in battle. As soon as stories start to spread, you won't be as feared anymore.
Fine. Where do you need me to be?
At the moment, it's getting survivors off that Karasgard and all the cities around that island that can get off, bringing them to Olkburg, and we will try and make a refugee camp, I guess, for the moment. As us, me and my group, we are going to come up with a plan to attack Asoa.
Fine. Fine. I'll sail there now and see if I can find anyone.
I hope this is a start to a new beginning for us, and that you see change is good.
Change is only good when the change is good. There you go. Words of wisdom. Yeah, you can't deny it, can you?
That's what Sköld's 20 wisdom gets you, everyone.
I want that on a t-shirt.
Change is only good when change is good.
That's Rudy's Gold's emote.
Oh my god.
We can shorten it to good change is good.
No, I think change is only good.
When the change is good.
Whew. Let's not get too hasty. I'll go to Karasgard. I'll see if I can save people. don't expect me to become a paragon of virtue from this.
I don't. And hopefully, when this is all over and the world is saved, if you, obviously you will survive, but if I survive, I will be in your debt once again. Whether it will be join your crew or serve you from till I die, I'll be in your debt.
I will hold you to this. You'd better remember this.
I will.
Zama turns, walks to the back of her ship, goes beneath deck, and the Windsinger starts to just back up out of the dock. Zama seems to just stay in place. It's quite magical.
As it goes, I kind of just step back and like fall a little into the wall, just exhausted from all that.
Okay.
Just realizing I'm not still yet full strength.
Alarel looks at you all. I'm not entirely sure what just happened. Is that something to celebrate?
It's a victory for sure. We'll see if it turns into something else.
I see. Did that go how you wanted it to go?
No, but it was better than it could have been.
I see.
Aqua, do you think she's working for the dragon and just reporting back what our plan is?
No, I feel like she's always been in her own goal. And hopefully hearing my words and from her defeat against us, she's considered that helping us is probably in her best interest, which, from being part of her crew at one point, she will keep her word to help us till time comes.
Okay. Let's hope you're right.
Do hope so.
But it's okay. Just remember that change is only good when change is good. Okay. What's next?
It's the same reason we came here, isn't it?
Olkburg, yeah, I believe so, yes.
If there's anything around this city we also needed to check on. What did the elves... What did you want to meet us for? You said you had to find us. What specifically is your plan next?
Specifically, we were sent to aid you in any way we can, be that either accompanying you now on your journey or being sent off to do to help from afar if you feel like you're overwhelmed with tasks ahead of you. Then we are here to take the burden. We are being called from our exile into once again start assisting with the trials of the world.
We've got two options, really. We either go to the Halassian Empire to check on the giants, or we go straight for Karasgard and try to help find our friends over there, and also see deal with Asoa. But the giants, if we remove them from her side, could be very helpful. They might even be on our side in the end.
Well,
What timing we've got?
if you have friends in Karasgard, then surely you're more valuable over there. We can go to the Haliasan Empire and treat with the giants and see what they've got to offer.
That actually sounds like it would work. If you guys don't mind at all, go and see if you can stop/befriend the giants. That would help. And we can spend a couple days helping out the people of Olkburg until Zalma comes back, and we can use her ship to get to Karasgard as fast as possible, and then save the people we know there.
Is she likely to come back this soon? We've got our own ship that should be on its way anyway.
The ship's going. Our ship, though, is going to.
Olkburg?
Yeah, I think so.
No, I know it's a couple days away. Travel on road.
Right, teleport there, can't we?
Could. No, because Olkburg's in the cliffs. The ship is.
Alden Cliff's on the got a harbour, right? It's by the coast.
Yeah.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's north. It's a bit north of where we. Well, it's a fair and a bit north of where we are, right?
Okay then.
That's where he told the boat to meet us, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure that's where you sent him.
I mean, in that case, then we can just do that. Go
Don't
back,
trust
get the boat.
your pirate friend enough to want to be on her ship, personally.
That is understandable.
Okay. So, in that case, why don't you divert your ship to Olkburg instead of Oldencliff?
Yeah, that should be fine too, right? Wait, is there a reason why we need to go back to Olkburg?
I don't think so.
It was just to get to the ship. If we could divert it here, both ways work.
See where they're at now, I guess. This is definitely on the way.
Yeah. Should I send them a message?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
I do that then. I send a message to. Excuse me, shit, man, I'm very tired. To the captain of our ship, whose name I totally remember.
Ermengrout.
Ermengrout. And I say, plans have changed slightly. Please divert to Olkburg. See you in a few days.
You are so lucky that we have not passed Olkburg yet. We'll be there in 2 days.
We pay them. They don't need to have an attitude. Alright. I don't reply anything back.
I mean, didn't we give one of them a neck injury and nearly squish another
Oh,
one?
someone also died, I think. in the fight with Azama.
We bought them
They don't need no attitude.
I mean, you bought them new uniforms, sure, but like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll say we bought them new shoes.
They're well paid. Pretty sure. I need to look through the notes, see how much we paid them for how long. We might have to give them another. Well, no, it's probably like a couple of months worth, right?
If it comes to it, I'll just give the captain this weird dragon skull I've been carrying around. It doesn't do much.
I really like that.
Yeah, I'm sure
Surely it won't be
that would go well.
cursed, I think. Okay.
How
Then
much would Sköld and Bryn need to heal Aqua over the next couple of days for him to recover?
Indeed.
Or could Aqua be recovering himself with his own spells to speed up the process / make it less of a burden for them?
Do you have any healing spells yourself?
Great Restoration.
That's not a healing spell.
No.
Greater restoration won't work, but maybe lesser
Well-
restoration.
I have still around like 20 healing potions. You can have one.
Thank you. Not entirely sure how.
I'm going to tell you something fun that Bryn doesn't tell Aqua, but I'm pretty sure those are the potions I still stole from you back in the forest. When we back on the island, and before we went to the World Tree.
Luckily, my memory's not that great, so thank you.
I can't transfer them here anymore, so I would give Aqua one potion of healing greater. I'm deleting it from my inventory. Just
Please
add it to the
don't.
inventory. Okay, never mind.
Because then I can't do it. I have to then go through the whole process. It's easier if you just... But nope, open, thank you. Way to restore greater healing. Oop. Just one?
Yay.
Okay. There you
I won't kind of drink it all like at once, but I'll be taking sips over it over the course of my healing process.
go. Okay.
So I guess I'll use it up over the 2 days, but yeah, kind of just sipping it.
Okie dokie. You don't feel it have the same kind of effect as healing spells. But, you know, it doesn't have no effect.
That's the point. We're supposed to get some more meds from Compass.
Yes. But you left before the alchemist could arrive.
Mm.
We'll get them when we get back. It's not a problem.
It's fine. It's fine. You're all good. It's all Gucci. It's all Gucci, as they say in the hood. Okay.
Alright, then I suppose we are having a wander around Olkburg, see if there's any people that need help that we can help. Anything.
Okay. Leaving the docks immediately. That's not the right tab. You can go away. You can go away. You can go away. You can go away. Basically, everything is in ruins, and the only excuse me, the only people you're really seeing at the moment are corpses, just scattered around everywhere. And you find yourselves in the middle of the city, coming to what used to be a sort of guard garrison outpost armory, just scattered with corpses. They still clipboarded? Yeah, the elves are with you. From first inspection, the building itself seems in relatively good condition, but like the walls are still destroyed and there's sort of debris everywhere. But the main stone structure seems to be in some fairly decent shape. However, yeah, like I say, corpses rotted basically down to skeletons, just arrayed everywhere. And this is the main theme of the city. So far, you haven't encountered anybody else sort of wandering around like you did previously. But it's a big city. There might be people, you just haven't bumped into them yet.
I'm gonna hobble my way to this bit of wall. Kinda put my sword away, sit down on the floor, and rather than this time trying to actually pray, I'm gonna give myself protection from evil and good. And as I've done that, I kind of just close my eyes and in my head ask for what I'm doing is correct and if I should be doing more for the people around me.
Okay. Roll a religion check with advantage, please.
Where's my religion? There's my religion.
Okay. This time, your question feels like it went somewhere. Does that make sense? Previously, it just felt like you were talking into thin air. But this time, your words feel like they landed. Like somebody heard them. Or something heard them. Roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
That's what I was afraid of.
No. Oh. Ooh.
Okay. You feel a pull to your old chaotic ways. There's a sort of a spark in the palm of your hand that for a moment you feel like back when you didn't have such good control of your magic and it would just explode randomly. There's a few moments where you think, oh my god, this is going to happen again. But then in the scales of chaos, something seems to even out. And almost like a warm arm around the shoulder that kind of comforts you. Sort of holds the chaos back, holds it at bay. And then you feel frustration from something that isn't you. It's just trying to break through past this warm comfort, but isn't able to.
Okay.
And then a few more moments pass. And your Modron appears right next to you.
Yay! Copper's back.
What's his name?
Copper.
Oh, okay. What is it? Popper.
Because they act like cops, and he's made of copper.
Hey.
He doesn't really do anything when he gets there. He's just sort of floating next to you, but he's back. He's returned. There's a cat.
I would say seeing him return gives me a sense of calm / relief in
/
that what I've
PTSD.
been doing is, in a sense, I'm still on the correct path of what I've now chosen to do.
Okay. Good. Good. Anyone else?
Nothing from me.
Okay.
No.
The elves come in. They sort of stand in the middle of the courtyard, surveying around them. If you're going to be here for a few days, this might be a good place to hunker down and use as a base of operations.
Yeah, I need to clean out the corpses first.
We could help you with that, of course. But if there are people in the city having a place where they can come and feel safe and use again like a forward operating base, then it would encourage them to stick around and not just desert the city straight away.
Yeah.
Set this up as a checkpoint then.
Exactly. If we can salvage any food, or if we can bring any food in from somewhere, then this could be a good place to distribute it. There might still be supplies, there might still be equipment that we can use to help do repairs and all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
We will help you clear out the bodies, and then we will leave for Haliasan Empire. That's the wrong thing. If that's something you agree with.
Indeed. I think that sounds like a good idea. We have 2 days until our ship arrives anyway. We can get a lot done in those 2 days.
Indeed, I agree. In that case, we will begin collecting up what we can of the bodies and dealing with them respectfully and tactfully. Which I'm trying to do. I can't tell if there's any I've missed.
Tactfully, yes.
Just yeet them out there. They can be piled up outside. It's fine. Okay. In that case, you have 2 days in Olkburg. What would you like to do? Are you going to stick together? Are you going to split up? What's the plans, Dan?
Split up and survey the area. It's not like it's going to be teaming with bad guys, but it may be good for us too.
I mean, the 3 of you could talk to each other anyway, right?
Yeah.
So if you run into any trouble, you can always communicate through that, and let each other know.
Yeah, we'll just survey the areas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna? How are you splitting up? Are you gonna split into groups of 2, or sort of? What's the plan? What's the idea?
Individual, I think. Oh wow.
Just
Minus.
yeah.
But, you know, he can tag along with someone if he's not quite fully.
I go with Aqua. The other 2 can look after themselves, and so I would suggest that I go with Aqua. That way we have a direct communication line between all of us. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to go Bryn and Aqua, Sköld separate, and Vic separate, or Sköld and Vic together?
Golden except
Okay.
Yeah, separately.
3 groups. Cool. Very well. In that case, are you searching for anything particularly, or just people?
people, resources, all of the above.
Okay, in that case, Aqua and Bryn both make investigation checks for me.
Yeah, I was going to say Aqua is mainly just looking for people that need help, and even though he's injured, still trying to help them as best as he can.
Okay. Cool.
Do I
Fantastic.
get to roll with advantage because Aqua is with me?
No, because Aqua rolled separately. You're doing separate rolls.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you want to inspire yourself,
I can't inspire myself.
well then, if you want to inspire Aqua,
Aqua, you're inspired.
D10.
Okay.
Okay, 13 isn't quite so
Sorry,
bad.
that was on my drone.
It's fine. The two of you together aren't very successful in finding anything. You do find one person, but this person seems to be so malnourished and they've obviously come from a long way away in hopes of finding something in the city, but however long they've been doing that for, they've gone a long time without food. They are completely emaciated. They've got no flesh on them whatsoever. They're verge of death. They try and speak to you as you approach, but they can't even muster the energy for words.
And they let him starve.
No, sorry.
I was looking at how much I had. I'll give him 2 days of rations.
Yeah, I would give him some rations as well, probably. And I maybe would. I was thinking if I could cast a spell on him. But, oh my god. And I don't think there's anything that would help. So yeah, just give him some food.
Okay.
Maybe I also guide him towards where we've been starting to set up that camp, or, where we are on that map, and just say if you want to take some refuge there, we'll have a fire there, we'll have some more food, and eventually we can all make our way back to Compass.
Okay. As you hand him the food, he just starts scoffing it down, just immediately, just taking huge bites, like chewing as little as possible and then swallowing. And he nods when you tell him about the the sort of the center base of operations and Compass, but still isn't able to say anything. Moving on to Vic, roll investigation for me, please.
I'm looking for people, but I might head towards the palace
Okay.
specifically, because I figured, I don't know, might have more interesting stuff there. Maybe more people might have gone there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe investigation. Boo.
Okay. You find your way back to the palace eventually, and similar to the guard post, all you're finding is corpses. Any buildings you look in either have just got rotting food or have been looted clean. There are no usable resources, and there aren't any people that you can find. You are having to avoid a lot of these acid pools. There are just giant craters the closer you get to the palace that just seem to be full of them. And then when you make it to the palace itself, 90% of the building is just crumbled to the ground, just ruined, and replaced instead by a giant... This isn't even a crater, this is just a massive hole that has been dug, like a burrow, essentially, that is just full of not full of acid, but it's full of tainted water, things that you would like tapestries and paintings from the palace, ornamental suits of armor that are sort of floating just underneath the surface because the fluid is so thick that it can't sink. And then there's just like air bubbles that are rising from the bottom of the pool of water, or like not even pool of water, but just whatever you would call it, like the body of water, and just exploding at the top and letting out this just noxious gas, essentially. And it's almost like it's boiling with sort of acidity.
Okay. Won't be going anywhere in there.
Might be wise.
Yeah, I mean, that's my 2 days of back and forth then. Yeah.
I mean, it's not necessarily 2 days. You can try and find something else if you wish.
No, I'll just keep looking for people. That'd be about it, really, I think.
Okay. Sköld.
Yeah.
We come to you. Roll an investigation check for me, please. Investigation.
Oh, not too good at the investigation. But I'm good enough. Fuck no.
You going off by yourself proves to be very futile. Futile? No, the opposite of futile. What's the opposite of futile?
Fruitful?
Fruitful. Thank you.
There we go.
I knew it began with F. You're finding stashes in people's houses that, sure, a lot of the food is rotten, but you're finding enough sort of cured meats and dried fruits that you could potentially get some good meals from this. And they're within enough distance that you're doing return trips and back, and eventually after the first day you found enough food that you could probably feed a good 10 or 15 people for a few days. It's been very successful. On the second day of traveling and searching, you find a human lady, a human halfling, and I presume the halfling's child, that have wandered into the city the day before and are looking around for any signs of life or anything kind of pertaining to their old lives that they could potentially retake and start again with. And they seem to be in a state of deep despair because seeing the destruction, and they went to where their house used to be and found nothing but rubble. And as you lead them back to the outpost. They are inconsolable for a while, but eventually the elves, along with you, manage to kind of brighten their spirits by talking of Compass, and also telling them how you're going to work together to avenge their loss and sort of try and at least make something good in the world for them again. And later on in the second day, you find something that surprises you, or more specifically, someone that surprises you. You find your brother, who, a few days behind you, granted, has found his way to Olkburg too. And he's standing at the opposite end of a street to you. Just sort of, like, you can tell he's been walking around looking for you. And when he sees you, he stops, like, evaluating what he's looking at. And then starts walking towards you, gets within sort of 25, 30 feet. And, brother, I'm glad I finally caught up with you.
Thought I was hallucinating.
You are not. I am here. I thought it'd be better to speak to you in person. I didn't get a chance before you left Compass. They offered me a role of power in Compass. I turned them down.
So what do you need from me?
I want to go back to Karisgard, brother.
We all do.
I want to start helping people, rebuilding their homes, setting up resistances. I want to do it with you, brother. I want us to work as a team. Together we can get the job done quicker. Put less effort in for better results.
I too have been thinking maybe I'm done enough fighting, enough killing. I've learnt a lot. Don't get me wrong. This group of comrades I've been traveling with have been more than merely just friends. But I feel like people need more than just weapons to kill with. They need a home, place that they can go back to and call their own land again. Compass is good. It's a good start, but it can't house everybody. And specialist dwarves are very much tied to our homeland. Might be the right time to make a change.
That's what I was thinking. I wanted to speak to you before you left Compass, but I didn't get a chance to catch you, and I decided to follow you here and ask you the question if you would come with me and start a new adventure together. I can't promise there won't be fighting, but I can definitely promise that we will be helping people directly.
I need to apply what I've learned, otherwise there's no point in learning it. And it would be a nice change of pace, to give hope instead of just death. But I'll need to talk to my friends. I don't want to leave them high and dry. They need me.
Of course. I understand that it will be difficult for you, leaving your companions after such a long time together. And I will understand if you don't wish to go with me, but it would be remiss of me not to ask.
No, I will admit, ever since you've come back and I knew that you were still alive, it's weighed heavily on my mind that I need to make the most of what I've got. Family I still have left, the homeworld I left behind. And everything else. I feel a bit guilty, I will admit, to not be there when things went so wrong. I want to be able to rebuild again. Bring it back to the way it was. Better, even. I don't know that we can't do it alone. We can't come back from this darkness as just a small group. We need more people. So maybe I'm better off helping that. Get more people on our side. Stronger army, if you will. But not just an army of soldiers, but settlers. People who know how to build, to claim from the elements. Farmers, teachers. An army of people to start a new life again, a new beginning.
That's what I hoped for, yes. I will give you some time. And I will wait for your answer.
Think about it, and by the time I come back to Compass, I'll have an answer.
Okay. It's a plan then. I will return to Compass, make ready our plan. If that works for you.
Yeah, be best.
Excellent. Well, if it's not too much to ask, I would like to at least rest for the rest of the day and spend a bit of time. And then I will leave tomorrow, if that's all right.
Yes, feel free to come with us and stay at our little checkpoint we've put up here. It's not as cozy as Compass, but it'll be better than being in the wild.
Indeed. Indeed. I appreciate your hospitality. And I look forward to our future adventures together.
Like old times.
Just like old times. All right. You and Svad walk back to the checkpoint. You find everyone else has returned as well. You're all back. And the 3 people that you returned with earlier seem in not good spirits, but they seem better. Yeah, I think that's the only word I can use. Better. They are currently kind of chatting with the elves. Chatting is the wrong word. Talking at the elves. The elves are kind of just tolerating them, humouring them, I guess is the right word. And Aqua and Bryn, the emaciated person that you saw the day before, has made his way to the checkpoint, but he's not looking good. He's looking pretty worse for wear still.
I walk up to him and go, you've eaten, but have you actually drank anything?
Not for a couple of days, no.
Right. Here is my flask. Hand in my flask. Drink that.
Thank you.
If you need more, don't hesitate to ask. I am a water genist after all, so I have plenty of it.
I appreciate your hospitality and your help. Thank you.
Alright. And then I walk back.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone would like to do?
Nope.
Okay. Well, with that, we will end the session there for today, I believe. Good job, guys. You didn't die. And you leveled up again.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. You're smashing it.
Does that mean my bones are fixed, or are they still
Some
broken?
bones.
My bones. You are. Yeah, you've got like a day, basically, until you're fully back to normal.
I've been drinking my milk.
Drinking milk.
Easy peasy.
Meat.
So yeah, we will do hit point increases now, please, if you don't
How do we
mind.
do it on this new one?
XP.
There is a level up button next to the thing.
No, you can't do it
But
because
no.
it's XP based.
Yeah. In that case, just roll your hit die and add your constitution, please.
D10s, I'm pretty sure.
Your D10. Everyone
I'm
else
D8.
is D8. Except
No,
for Aqua, who's a D6.
yeah. Yeah.
About to say, I swear I'm the lowest.
Yeah.
25.
Oh boy.
Reroll ones. Reroll
He's-
ones.
9.
7.
Oops, that's a
4.
D10. Oh,
Come on, Rob.
there we go. That's more
That's
like it.
Better. That's better.
Plus 5.
Plus 5.
That's-
Damn. Cool.
So how are we implementing that? Are we just having to...
Just pop it on D&D Beyond. I'll sort it tomorrow when I'm doing things I'm going to do. So on there you just put in the number you rolled. So like 7744. That was fun.
It was.
I missed D&D in the week that we didn't play.
My god, I get 7 level spells.
You do.
Oh. Now you can teleport. Now I don't need to teleport anymore.
No, I'm not getting that.
Rude. I don't think I'm gonna go. I don't know if I'm gonna go for Bud or Rogue yet. I'm gonna think about it.
I can get a delayed fireball.
Delayed fireball is utterly worthless.
Is it?
It's a
Yeah.
mine.
It's not as good as it sounds.
You can run away from the fireball of your own making.
I think, like, off the top of my head, that's basically the only reason you'd ever use it.
Find space.
I get nothing at 13.
Oof. That's even the
Not
point,
right.
then.
Disgraceful.
Yeah, it's all right. You're still pretty powerful, Vic.
He'll do.
It'll do. It'll do.
Forget more. Did proficiency go up? No.
No, not until 15, I think. All right, well, we will be back next week for... I don't even know what episode this is. It's like 13? Is this episode 13?
Oh. 67 I've got. That's
Well,
pretty
yeah.
good.
It's episode 67 in total. I think it's episode 13 of season 2. Which is probably a good thing I didn't mention it sooner. Yeah, it's episode 13, so good thing I didn't mention it sooner in case someone actually died and then it's like, oops, unlucky 13. But no, good job. Didn't die, survived, and made some new friends. So we will return next week, all being well, and go for episode 68/14 and continue the story. Maybe back to Karisgard? Question mark? Ooh, we're doing a circuit. But anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for resubscribing. Thank you for bits and all that jazz. Thank you for hanging out and just listening if you have been. Thank you for chatting. We appreciate you. If you wish to go and catch up on anything, it's all on YouTube. I'm getting better at remembering to upload on time. And keep an eye out soon for potential things that I'm planning to do, but just need to kind of actually sit down and do. Come join us on Discord if you want. Start conversations. Cries in YouTube VODs, I know. Literally same. It's the pain. Yeah, anyway, see you next week for episode 14/68, and we have a good week, everyone. We appreciate you. Goodbye.